Welcome to the Lionsgate Portal 2025. Hello, Maria. Hello, Esther. Phyllis. Hi, Phyllis. Christy. Hi, Christy. Hello, Rachel. Come type in the chat. Where are you at? Where are you joining us from? Hi, Cicely. Hi, Danny. Vaughn. Hi. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Vaughn. Sup, Effect? Hi. Where are you at? Type it in the chat. Let me know where you're joining us from. Type it in the chat. What is your intention for today's meditation? I'm so excited for today's meditation. I've been vibrating all morning, buzzing with excitement because it's getting so much easier to do this. It's getting so much easier to use meditation. Elisa's dancing. Elisa's dancing behind the laptop. It's getting just so much easier. Denmark, hi! Yay! One love from Denmark. It's getting so much easier to do this. Using meditation, using your energy, really becoming a frequency match, a vibrational match, a resonance match. You're resonating with a timeline that already exists in this now moment. And because you're resonating with a timeline that already exists in this now moment, because remember, there is no past, there's no future, there's only the now, right? There's only the now. So what does that mean? That means that there are infinite timelines, infinite potentials in this now moment. Because you're not your body, because you're not your thoughts, because you're not your brain, you're not your identity, you're not any ego, you're not any of it, because you're the witness to all of it. It makes sense that if you become a vibrational match, a resonance match, a frequency match, however you want to say it, to that timeline that is in your heart, the timeline where you came here to be of service, to impact, to do your purpose work, to become that millionaire self, doing exactly what you know in your heart and soul you came here to do, that timeline where you break the karmic bonds of lack, the karmic bonds of survival, and you become the one to change it all for your lineage, to change it all for your ancestors, to heal your ancestral line, to heal your lineage. That's you. That's why you're here right now today on this meditation. You know that in every cell of your body. Well, if you can become that resonance match, meaning the subconscious beliefs, the subconscious feelings, the subconscious thoughts, because you have over 70,000 thoughts a day, right? If you can get the majority of that stuff in resonance with what it is in your heart, with that millionaire self timeline where you're serving the world, you're in your purpose, you're doing impact, you're being you, you're being yourself, you are the gift, you are the gift. It makes sense that synchronicities would start to happen, right? All of a sudden, it's like the universe is delivering the soulmate aligned clients. All of a sudden, the universe drops the download and you make the reel and you go viral, or it gets seen by the perfect people, the people that are in alignment with your mission, that have manifested you, And all of a sudden, your body starts to change. You have this energy. You have all this energy and your body starts to heal, and maybe the weight comes off or you gain the weight, whatever your goal is, the symptoms dissolve and the miracles start to show up, the synchronicities, the divine timing, the divine alignment. And now it's our true conscious orchestration, co-creation between you and the universe, you and the infinite, you and God, whatever word suits you best. And all of a sudden it's like, boom, you pop in and you've had the $150,000 year, or the $20,000 month, or the $100,000 month, whatever your goal is. This is how you do it in a way that feels, that's the key word, feels fun, light, ease, flow, joyous, like it's yummy, it's delicious, it's fueling you, as opposed to feeling heavy, feeling draining, feeling exhausting. It's like, oh my gosh, I have all these things to do. How am I going to do it all? Where's the time? Two totally different universes. Drop it in the chat. Drop an emoji if this is resonating. Drop an emoji in the chat if this is resonating, if this makes sense. And if you're ready to align frequency wise, resonance wise with that timeline today on the Lionsgate portal, drop it in the chat. Drop an emoji. Esther! Lollipop emoji. I love it. Jules from Sacramento, California. Leah! Whoop whoop! Leah's here. Connecticut. Kayla, San Diego. All right. Rachel, Montreal, Canada, Canadian border. Awesome. I love that. Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Boston, Mexico. I love Mexico. Chicago, Audra's in the house. So this is a really powerful Lionsgate portal because all of what I just explained is a lot easier. Why is it easier? It's easier because the collective awakening, there's so many, never in history has there been such a big awakening. So the veil is thinner. We're in, a lot of people say we're in the fourth dimension. We're no longer in the third dimension because of the Schumann resonance, because of the solar flares, because the heartbeat of the earth has sped up so much faster. It's never been measured like that in history. So the heartbeat of the earth is like way faster than it used to be. So time is different now. It seems like time is a lot faster. If you feel like time is a lot faster, drop that in the chat and let me know. It's because time is a lot faster now. We're no longer in this in a slower, the third dimension, it's a slow dimension. The fourth dimension, it's a faster dimension. So it makes sense that time is faster, things are speeding up, and this is just getting so much easier. And I really feel like you came here for this. I feel like you decided to come to Earth at this point in time and space to master this, to really become the conscious creator of your reality because your subconscious is on board, your subconscious beliefs, feelings, thoughts are going in the same direction as your conscious mind. Because your nervous system is expanded, it's no longer in a state of contraction, survival, lack, because your frequency, your dominant frequency, so how you think, how you feel, how you act, your identity, your concept of self, the way you see yourself, is a match to that timeline that exists in this now moment. Kayla says, totally feel that. Time is faster and I'm slowing down to enjoy it more all at once. Yeah, thank you, Kayla. Esther says, love your energy, so inspiring. Thank you for having me in your tribe. Yeah, thank you for being here, Esther. Yeah, it's faster. Ifat says it's faster. Yes. Stephanie with the hearts. Yes, truth. So what we're going to do, because the Lionsgate portal amplifies all of what I just shared. So the Earth's energetic field is amplified right now. Everything's in alignment. It's all lined up and everything is amplified right now. So it makes it easier for you to get into meditation, for you to broadcast a signal. You have a field around your body. You're constantly broadcasting a signal. And it's that signal that you're broadcasting that's arranging particles in the field. So everything is particles, subatomic particles. And it's the arrangement of these particles that creates the illusion or hologram you call matter, that I call matter, right? So if I rearrange particles in the field, I could turn this cellophone into this microphone because it's just a rearrangement of subatomic particles, of particles. And it's the arrangement of the particles that creates the microphone, that creates the iPhone, that creates the computer. So if I can rearrange these subatomic particles, which you can, this has been scientifically proven, you can rearrange particles in the field. You can change matter in real time. This has been scientifically proven, documented. Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of the biggest leaders on this, right? You can have the spontaneous healing. You can have the 100K show up in your bank account out of nowhere. You can have the spontaneous lover literally text you, message you. You don't have to go chase it. You don't have to go spend years and decades trying to get it, trying to chase it, trying to hustle your way to it, grind your way to it. You could just do it the way you were born to do it, which is by manipulating energy, changing particles in the field to give you a different hologram, a different reality, a different timeline. Does this make sense? Type it in the chat if this makes sense. What timeline are you tuning into today? Type it in the chat. What timeline are you tuning in today? Type it in the chat. So for me, the timeline that I'm tuning into today is this much more free Andrea, this much more expanded Andrea, this Andrea that holds money with effortlessness, with ease. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like I have all this responsibility, like I have all these things to do now. I have all these people to take care of. I have so much to do. I'm so overwhelmed because I've been there. I've been there. I've had the big months, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I feel heavy. I feel overwhelmed. I've got all these people to serve now. I've got so much to do. So there's different levels and layers to this. There's different levels and layers. So $5,000 a month in your purpose work, your soul-led business, might feel light and easy and fun to you, but 50,000 might feel completely different. Is this the case for you? Have you experienced this? Drop it in the chat. So it's clearing that resistance. It's clearing that static. What's the resistance? What's the static? It feels heavy. All of a sudden, I have all this responsibility. All of a sudden, what if people start asking me for money? What if all of a sudden everybody comes out of the woodwork and everybody's asking for money and everybody's asking for help and I have to take care of everybody and I have to abandon myself? And now I go back to being 5, where that actually did happen, where I was taking care of my family. I was putting everybody before me and I was abandoning myself. What if that happens when I become the millionaire self? That's a subconscious limiting belief that's in the brain, that's in the body, that's creating resistance in your field. And that's what's blocking you from receiving it here and now. That's it. That's actually it. And you can go and try and go get another strategy. Strategy number 16. You can go and try and work harder. You can go and try and switch your messaging, switch your strategy, switch the way until you actually remove that belief, until you rewire that belief, reprogram that belief. It will keep coming back to this karmic circle where it's like you take the past, you put it on the present, and then that turns into the predictable future. So that's the circle of karma. That's the karmic circle. Because if you don't rewire the belief, if you don't rewire the resistance, the static, change your energy, nothing changes until your energy changes on a subconscious nervous system level. Nothing changes until your energy changes on a subconscious nervous system level. This is why, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but this has happened to me so many times in the past, where it's like you break up with a person and then you meet a new person, and it's the exact same person. Does that ever happen to you? Where you break up with the relationship, and you're like, never again, I'm never going to date this kind of person again. And then you find yourself with the exact same person, the exact same patterns, the exact same traits, the exact same personality. Did that ever happen to you? Yeah, EFAT says yes. Kayla says yep. This is why, because it's me. It's me. I'm the one holding the subconscious beliefs. I'm the one holding the energy in my nervous system. I'm the one holding the patterns that is attracting that exact same person. So even though it's a different person, it's actually the exact same person. The same thing goes for your business. The same thing goes for money. The same thing goes for you tuning into your millionaire self. Well, if I want to tune into my millionaire self or my 50K self, my 100K self, whatever that goal is for you, I've got to change. I can't just keep going and buying another strategy. I can't just keep going and changing my messaging. I can't just keep going and doing all these things outside of myself. I've got to change. I've got to do the work. I've got to change the beliefs, the energy, the patterns, the resonance, the vibration, so that what I need lands, so that the pivot comes through, the idea lands, the next big sold out course drops in my body, and that's what I launch. So it comes from inside out, not outside in. Does that make sense? Type it in the chat. Tuning into my full potential, having my blueprint fully turned on. Yes. Knowing I am source embodied, it's my divine birthright, creating heaven on earth. Love is the answer. Oh, I love that. Thank you, One Love, for sharing. Maria says, yeah, I just want to let go and trust and feel free to be reborn like the phoenix. Ooh, yes, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, Maria. Yes. I am also manifesting extreme wealth. Let's go, Rachel. Let's go. I'm manifesting the timeline where I'm totally financially free. I'm calling in $100,000 before the end of this year. This is way more money than I've ever seen in one place before. Let's go, Kayla. Woo woo. I love that, Kayla. I found love recently, and I had dreams of a new soul connection since last summer without wanting. It was really cool for him to show up out of nowhere. Now manifesting wealth. I love that, Esther. I love that, Esther. Stephanie says, aligning with optimal health, energy, and vitality. All right, Stephanie. Leah says, I'm upgrading to the boss bitch version of me. Rockstar boss. Laugh out loud. I love that, Leah. Yes, Leah. Guys, Leah is really, she really is up. She's upgraded to that boss bitch. She really has. And she's going to the next level. She's doing the big, big, big things. She's doing the massive things. Being the creator of my own play, knowing everybody is myself pushed out, sending love to all parts of me, both dark and light. Love that. Esther says, all makes perfect sense. This time the relationship has come up different, so I believe things have changed inside. It's so good to feel the shift. Yes. Thank you, Esther. I want better health, lose weight, and have a beach house. Oh, I love that. EFAT. I love that. Love that. All right, so you know what we're doing, yes? You get it, yeah? So it's got to be a subconscious shift. There's got to be subconscious beliefs shifted within you that are keeping you a match to your now timeline. So we've got to shift the subconscious beliefs. And I'll walk you through this. We'll go through this in the meditation. We've got to expand the nervous system so that you can hold more, so that it feels light, feels fun, it feels like ease. Because here's the truth is I think it's like 70% of millionaires, the people that win the lottery, like 70% of these people go bankrupt within the first year or two or three from winning the lottery. Why is that? It's because it doesn't feel good. Okay. They think that it's going to feel good. They think it's going to make them free. They think it's going to solve all their problems. All of a sudden, all their problems are solved, right? But the opposite is true. All these subconscious fears, all these subconscious beliefs come out and they get rid of the money as fast as they can. They self-sabotage on a subconscious level. So all of a sudden, the money's gone. So it's not actually about the money. It's not actually about the money. What is this actually about? This is about you feeling more safe, you feeling more secure, you feeling more supported, held, taken care of, safe, secure, so that you can surrender, so that you can flow, surrender, and live your life from a place of ease, peace, joy, happiness, despite what you have or don't have, despite what you have, despite whether or not you have the money, despite whether or not you have the lover, despite whether or not you have the health, the body, the fitness. That's what this is really about. And the byproduct of that way of being, of that frequency, is the money shows up, is the lover DMs you, is the body spontaneously heals. That's how this works, and that's how I've done it, and that's how you'll do it too. And that's how I've helped over 500 people do it. So let's go into meditation. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall, and I'm gonna get my back really straight. And I want you to get your back really straight, get your spine really straight. So we want a real straight spine so the energy can flow. The body is an electric magnetic. Body is electromagnetic. So we want a straight spine so that the chakras can run the energy up and down your spine. If you want to cross your legs, you can cross your legs. If you want to keep your feet flat on the floor, you can do that. Just make sure you have a straight spine. And we're going to start deep inhaling through the base of the spine. And we're going to pull along the back of the spine with the breath. We're going to go through each energy center. So we're pulling from the root chakra. We're pulling from the perineum, root chakra, base of your spine. And we're pulling through each chakra, each energy center. So we're going through the first center, through the second, through the third. So we're going through the belly, along the back of the spine. We're going through the heart, through the throat, through the brain. And then we're going to go right out the top of the head. So the seventh chakra. The seventh chakra connects you to the cosmos. So it's important that you're drawing the energy out the top of your head so that you're connecting to the cosmos, you're connecting to the universe. Where your attention is where your energy is. So by you placing your attention on each chakra, pulling your breath along the back of the spine, pulling right out the top of the head, right out the seventh chakra, the seventh energy center, you're connecting to the cosmos, you're connecting to the universe. And just bring that chin slightly down. This is going to engage your parasympathetic nervous system. So chin slightly down. And your mouth is closed and you're breathing through both nostrils. You're pulling the breath from the first energy center through the belly, through the heart, along the back of the spine, through the throat, through the brain, and you're going right out the seventh center. And then you're exhaling, and we're going to drop back into the heart on the exhale. So you're relaxing into the heart on the exhale. And I'm just so excited for us all to be here. I want to take a moment for us to come into gratitude. Yogananda says that when we meditate in a group, it amplifies it by 1 million. So just imagine the power that we have right now. Us in a group, Lionsgate portal, amplified by 1 million. The stars are literally aligned. So let's take a moment to just feel gratitude for us coming together, for the support of us, the community, being here to support each other and to lift together, to rise together. Just feel the love, the gratitude. And I want you to send gratitude and love to every person's heart on this meditation. So send love and gratitude to my heart. Send love and gratitude to Donna's heart, to Audra's heart, Stephanie's heart, Leah, Mo, Kayla, Jules, Vaughn, Danny, Cecilia, Sup, Najoya, Esther, Phyllis, Christy, One Love, Maria, Rachel, Efat. So send love to everybody's heart here. And I love sending love to each other's hearts because it puts the nervous system in parasympathetic state. And it also puts the person in brain and heart coherence. So by you sending love, the nervous system is a natural antenna. You're always picking up vibes. You're always picking up energy. That's why you can go into a room and say, this room has a great vibe. Or you say, this room has a weird vibe. You do it all the time. You always do it. So I love doing this because it puts the nervous system in parasympathetic and it also puts you in brain and heart coherence. So you don't have to struggle and try to drop your thoughts. You don't have to struggle and try to get into the right state. We can just use the group, utilize the group, and you can be put in that state. So place your attention on your heart and inhale this energy. Feels like love, gratitude, joy. Inhale it through your heart, through your brain, out the top of your head. Exhale, relax into your heart. And without breaking your state, type in the chat what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. If it's going to break your state, don't type, don't do it. But you can stay in alpha. You can stay in theta with eyes open. So what are you feeling? What are you sensing? For me, I'm feeling like an aliveness, like a tingles. It's a different energy today. It feels different today. It feels more of almost like a more intense, like a higher, more intense, like a higher energy. I don't know if you've ever stuck your finger in a light socket on accident. I did that when I was a kid, and it was like it's like a shock. You get shocked. It kind of feels like that, like it's grounded in high voltage. Grounded in high voltage. That's what I'm feeling. Buzz in the heart. Yeah, EFAT says buzz in the heart. Rachel says love and gratitude. Diana, whoop whoop. Relief. Finally, I love that, Diana. Thank you for sharing and being here. I appreciate you. Najoya says presence, gratitude. So how do you know how do you know you're feeling love and gratitude? What does that feel like? Does that feel like electricity? Does that feel like a hug? Does that feel like warmth? I want you to focus on the sensations that you're picking up. What are you sensing? What are you feeling? So we're focusing on the sensations, the energy, as we're inhaling through our heart to our brain, exhaling, relaxing into the heart. Rachel says warmth, calmness. Yeah. Thank you, Rachel, for sharing. Najoya says ease, flow, lightness. It's intense for sure. Feels big, epic. Yeah, Kayla, thank you for sharing. So we're deep inhaling through the heart to the brain, exhaling, relaxing into the heart. And we're just feeling and sensing the energy that we're sending each other. So I want you to send gratitude, send love to each heart, to each person on this meditation. You don't have to be live to do this. You can be watching the replay. It works just as good, even stronger on the replay because the energy builds over time. So the more you come back to this meditation, the more you do this meditation, the more the energy builds. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be shifted, transmuted. So it just builds. It just keeps building. It doesn't just disappear. Maria says, my eyes watering. Yeah, notice what's coming up. Notice the sensations. Notice what's happening to your body. Notice if you get cold. Maybe you cry. Maybe you shake a little bit. Very calm, light feeling. Love that one, love. So we're letting the energy build. We're allowing the energy to build with our awareness. So you're inhaling through your heart and you're inhaling more of this energy that's present. So you're inhaling the calm, the light feeling, the tingles, the vibration, the warmth, the peace, whatever you're sensing, whatever you're feeling. With each inhale, I want you to amplify it, experience it more, be more present with it. And you're inhaling it through your heart to your brain, right out the seventh center. And then you're exhaling, relaxing into your heart. So with each inhale, the energy should be amplifying. You should be experiencing it more. It should be growing. And with each inhale, I want you to see if you can become more present and aware to what the energy or how you're experiencing the energy. So with each inhale, you're becoming more present, more aware, present of how you're experiencing the energy. So maybe you notice you feel more warmth or you feel tingles. Maybe they're coming up your legs. Maybe you're noticing something on the back of your neck. It's like something's caressing the back of your neck. Just pay attention and be aware of what is coming through for you as far as you experience